So Mayor Adams making more budget cuts as the city struggles with the cost of the migrant crisis.
So the mayor says the city is projected to spend $5 billion in this current fiscal year, and he's asking city agencies right now to start reducing spending with the help of increasing costs to care for the asylum seekers. Joining us now to discuss all of this is City Comptroller Brad Lander. Nice to have you back on. Good day.
Great to be on with you.
I know that you know how to crunch the numbers, and you know money doesn't grow on trees, right? But you're saying not to scapegoat the migrants. What do you mean by that?
Absolutely. Look, we do need a long-term savings plan. Gaps grow over $10 billion in the out years, and we've been spending more money on a lot of different things. We gave a much-needed raise to city workers that added $17 billion to the budget. We used that COVID crisis money to expand summer programs for kids and 3K. Great, but now that money is ending. We're spending more on claims against the city for special education or for traffic crashes. So less than half of the gap we're facing is as a result of asylum seekers. And when you scapegoat, when you say that's why your library is going to be closed or your trash collection is going to be cut, then people do things like blare music outside that hotel, like you just reported. Like, that's not our city. Our city is a city of Italian immigrants and Mexican immigrants and Jewish immigrants.
Okay, but they came in a different way, and they were not given hotels, you know, cell phones, free food.
You know what these folks want is to be able to work, so let's get them work authorizations.
Right, but apparently we're getting more than we planned for, right? I mean, we are a city that welcomes immigrants.
I guess so, but at the height of Ellis Island, we were getting 5,000 a day. That's 10 times as many immigrants as we're getting right now. And they didn't destroy the city, they built the city.
Of course they did, but like I said, they were not getting free things.
Well, look, I think what we got to do is accelerate helping people file their asylum applications so they can get work authorizations. The city actually opened a new asylum application center that's getting work authorizations for people. Because yes, we can't afford to have people in shelter indefinitely. The good news is they don't want to be in shelter indefinitely. They want to become the nurses and daycare workers and home care workers and restaurateurs of tomorrow. So that's what I think we should focus on. We have the time. This is a serious budget challenge, but it's not destroying the city. It's not a crisis today.
It's not a crisis?
Look, what I think it is a...
It's not a crisis.
It's a
we're like
serious
billions of dollars.
Challenge.
Right.
This year we're not actually.
Next year we
and the
have,
year after.
Right,
so
$5 to $8 billion.
Challenge.
And the Citizen Budget Commission, which you know about, the
work closely with them.
Yes,
absolutely.
Nonpartisan, nonprofit.
Yeah.
They say the mayor's doing the right thing.
Well, putting in place a long-term savings plan is absolutely the right thing. I'm glad we're looking at uniformed overtime. Like to get control of that $1.5 billion of claims. Plenty of these no-bid contracts, like the not-go contract I rejected last week, are for too much money, but we can do that without the scapegoating.
But it's not just scapegoating. We do have to acknowledge the fact that that is causing us to move funds around within the city budget, because you have a set budget. We're moving money over here towards the migrants and unexpected costs, which means we have to remove money over here.
It's just
so
we were already saying, and the Citizens Budget Commission, my friend Andrew Ryan, was already saying we needed a savings plan, because even before asylum seekers started arriving, all those other costs were growing. So the question isn't, do we need to have a long-term savings plan? We need a long-term savings plan, and starting to implement it now is important.
It's not a question. It's just acknowledging the fact that, I mean, 2 weeks ago we spoke to Councilmember Shahana Hanif, who said, this is a cost, but it's not going to remove pennies from other aspects of city government. The mayor is saying that is happening. That's happening right now.
Again, less than half the gap is the cost of asylum seekers, and he's choosing to make it seem like that's the whole problem, and then I think people respond angrily. So yes, let's focus on the budget. I mean, that's what we do in the comptroller's office. We look for all the areas we can achieve savings, and yes, we have to do that. But pointing fingers at people gets dangerous. You know, when we told people it was Asian Americans who caused the COVID crisis, people started attacking them.
Well, we didn't say it was Asian Americans.
I'm not saying you said that.
Yeah,
collectively,
they said it came from China.
Just pointing fingers is dangerous. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
So what happens long term? So say we continue this process, we're giving them work authorizations, say a couple of years down the road, we're just getting an influx of people coming in. what does the budget look like then? Because you're still going to have that widening gap of having to pay for.
It's almost all about shelter costs. If people get work authorization and move out of the shelter system, which I think they will, because no one wants to live in a little hotel room, that's almost 90% of the cost, more of what we're spending on asylum seekers is the cost of those shelters. So the key is get people jobs so they can move out of shelter.
Where would they move? Because right now you have someone coming in with no education,
there's a long history.
And the average rent is $5,000.
It's true, but there's a big history of immigrants living in basements, of doubling and tripling up. It's just true. Folks will take jobs that other people don't want, and they'll live in housing that other people, which is, I'm not saying is great, but we've lost 400,000 New Yorkers, you know, so there's.
So you're acknowledging, and people who were pretty high-paying taxpayers, right?
But again, what has happened time and time, this is the history of New York City. In the fiscal crisis, a lot of people moved out.
But
who moved in? It was immigrants.
I know, but don't you think this is different? We're living in a very high-tax city. If you don't have services here, I mean, listen, I walked out of my house on a Saturday in the morning, and I saw a guy go to the bathroom in front of me on Saturday morning, and I'm like, where do I live?
I hear you, but it's been like that. New York has often been a high-class city, and yet people come from all over the world because they have so much faith in the future for their kids. So we got to get over this hump and give them that chance, get them work authorization, help them get those jobs.
Well, people are concerned. You give work authorizations very quickly. We're really going to get a flooding of people. And then the other thing that people are concerned about is that it will lower how much people are paid in New York City. Let's face it, we got 2.5 million people on unemployment who could work.
Although unemployment is at one of its lowest moments, and labor force participation at its highest.
They're not working in New York City.
I hear, but hospitals are looking for nurses, and daycare centers are looking for teachers. Okay. So, you know, there's room in our economy and room in the marketplace. Yes, we got to get the costs down. I really agree with that. Getting the budget under control with long-term savings plan is absolutely critical. I really actually agree with the administration that we must have a long-term savings plan, but there is room in the city, and the engine that's driven our economy. I look at the data. I'm the controller. I look at the data. And again, I just think the fiscal crisis is the best example. So many people left, moved to the suburbs, abandoned the city. What saved it? It was a round of immigration that revitalized the city's economy, helps the pie grow. I guess that's the thing. Immigration doesn't shrink the pie. It grows the pie. And all our families, you know what I mean?
Listen,
like, this is where Mexican and Italian and Jewish families all show that.
Of course, we're just saying that right now we're losing people who pay a lot of taxes in this city, and you can't.
But you don't make that better by cutting sanitation services or closing the libraries on the weekend. So that's where you've got to make smart cuts. You got to get those claims under control, make sure that we're not spending more than we need to on overtime, so we could keep core services solid, save the money that we need to. Invest.
Wait, you said save money. Quickly, I want to ask about the DocGo contract. These no-bid contracts that happen in times of emergency. It's a bit troubling and unsettling to think, like,
really
we're not looking for someone that can, you know, give us a better option at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
We issued a guidance memo to the city pointing out, even in emergency contracts, you can compare costs across contractors. We've got 70 emergency contractors serving asylum seekers, so we don't need to just take one of them, give them a $432 million no-bid contract. It's a medical services company with no track record providing shelter for asylum seekers. It is. That's why I declined to approve that contract last week, sent it back to the administration with a set of questions. There are better ways to provide these services at better costs.
What can we do to stop people from moving out of New York City? Because that's a problem.
Absolutely. Look, we need to build more housing because housing affordability is a huge part of the reason. And I think providing childcare like that 3K and pre-K, it does cost money, but it makes it possible for families to stay here. And then we got to keep it the greatest city in the world.
I know. Yeah. You're right. Are you going to run for mayor?
I love being controller. I really do.
Come on, crunching those numbers every day.
Oh, I can't tell you how much fun it is. The contracts, the claims, the pension funds. We didn't get to talk about the pension funds.
Well, you've
we
lost
had
a little bit money.
No, we had a good
right?
year last year, actually. We beat our benchmarks for the fiscal year that ended June 30th. We actually beat our benchmarks, beat most of the other pension funds. We have to have a 7% return. We actually got an 8% return. The pension funds are strong. Every retiree can know that their retirement security is solid, and we're actually saving the city a couple of $100 million. I promise you can look at the numbers. I'll send you them.
Brad Lander, City Controller.
She's about to hire you to come budget her Valentine's.
I may need a little help. Thank you. Anyway, appreciate you coming on.
Great to be with you.
Spirited discussion this morning.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Jennifer Hudson, and love learning about her in common.
Thank you, Controller.